Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jessi, also known as Miss Cherry, and we are here, not in Disney, y'all. We are in Universal Studios for Halloween Horror Nights 2023. This is number 32, year 32 for this event, which is really incredible. We're here for Scream Early, which means we're here at 3 p.m., which is great. Where did he go? We got a little turned around. We lost Alex, which, by the way, here with Alex. Alex, say hi. Hi.
Hi.
And also Jonathan is here. Hello, Jonathan.
Hi there. Hi, y'all.
And so we will be rating all of the different houses throughout the nights, including the scare zones, based off of scary tarots. And that's because the main icon this year is Dr. Oddfellow, who's like I guess for lack of a better term, like a voodoo king, maybe? But he's the one who killed Jack the Clown. And Jack the Clown was icon at HHN 30, which was my very first Halloween Horror Nights that I took you guys along on. And I will link that vlog above and down below for you guys to check out. But like with everything spooky and Halloween horror, I must give a little disclaimer. It's gonna be scary tonight. There will be flashing lights. There will be loud sounds, there will be scary creatures and scary things coming at the screen. So if you are concerned about that, like Jonathan is,
consider myself scared.
then you may want to click away. But we're ready to go into the fog, my friends. We will see you in the fog. We are in the Scream Early for The Exorcist, Stranger Things, as well as Dueling Dragons. Dueling Dragons has two different endings, so we're gonna actually go in early two different sections to go through for the ending and 4 different endings in total. So we are gonna be heading into Dueling Dragons first, and then we're gonna use our express pass for all of the houses and then go in Dueling Dragons again as our finale to go down the second pathway, either fire or ice. So here we are, it's about 5 p.m. Question?
4:47.
4:47. So we're in this line to get our passes scanned, and then they're going to lead us down that pathway towards the area where Jimmy Fallon is to actually wait in line for these certain houses that we want to go to. Okay, the line is starting to move. It's 5 o'clock. Alex is ready. His body is ready. My body's a little less ready than Alex's is. Okay, 5:15 is here. Apparently, we are gonna be let into the house right now. So, we are gonna be going into Dueling Dragons. Dueling Dragons is based off of the ride that was previously here at Universal Studios and closed, gosh, was it close to when? It was after Harry Potter. I don't know exactly when it closed, but we are headed through now. Wish us luck. Alex, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling fantastic.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. I was in panic mode before trying to get to places.
Yeah, we had a lot going on.
Oh my god. Well, they changed the areas. I felt like we had to do more of a big detour to get into the stay and Scream Early, whatever.
Yeah.
So, it's a little all over the place, but it's going well. It's going well.
It's going well.
I'm excited. I don't know about that. They're
Jonathan, how's your anxiety level?
I'm just telling myself that dragons are not real.
Yeah, okay.
They're not real. Like,
yeah, totally.
Exorcisms are real.
Okay, there's that.
Yeah.
There's that. We'll burn that bridge when we get there.
Welcome to Dueling Dragons Choose Thy Fate. Like I said, this is based off of a roller coaster, but I gotta tell you, there wasn't a roller coaster inside. All there was a lot of warlocks that were dressed in outfits that I could only describe as similar to what you would find at a music festival, like an electronic music festival. And then there were also 2 dragons, one fire and one ice. Seemed like they were battling in some sort of way. They were kind of leaving us out of it, but also terrifying us at the same time. So, you know, fire or ice, I'll let you decide.
First house, check. Dueling Dragons, beautiful. It was actually very, very beautiful. They had some really good scenic moments in the beginning with like a lit up skull, and they had these suits of, I don't know, maybe they were knights, I'm not exactly sure, but they were lit up with LEDs. But I got a couple of really, really good scares, and I think it's like that first house, just so anxious, like the anticipation. But I'm gonna give it 3 scary tarots. Jonathan, what was your impression?
I would give it 3 scary tarots. Also my first house at all. But so I was worried I would get legit murdered, but as you can see, I'm intact. But beautiful sets. Nice and good jump scare. I was protected by Jessi's beautiful like leather bag. It was providing great comfort. But yeah, I'd give it 3 tarots, but to be continued as we continue this series.
Yeah, we may change our mind. We're actually gonna go through that house twice because we didn't use our express on it. Alexander.
Hi guys.
What do you think?
I think I'm gonna give it about 2.5 or 3. I'm starting off lower just because it's our first house. A lot of the scares were put in front of us than actually to us, but halfway through the house we got a lot of the scares. So that's why I'm giving it more like 3 side. I'm excited to go try the fireside now and see what that looks like. Because I was a little bit confused about the ending of the story, at least when we went down the ice side. So that's why I'm giving 3, but hopefully by doing it again, it'll be a little bit of a higher tarot score.
So I spoiled the house. I watched the house walkthroughs. We actually technically lost. So I'm hoping that we will be able to win to see that kind of ending.
The first house being a loser, that
I
is
know.
not happening.
How dare us? So we're starting off on a bad foot.
Let's go eat our feelings.
Yeah, we're gonna go eat our feelings. Actually, we're gonna go, what is the place we're going? Minion?
Let's go to Minions.
We're gonna go to Minions Cafe and have some dinner because we got through that house so quickly and the party doesn't even start for another 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So, let's go get some dinner. A little bit of a change of plan. So we were gonna go to Minions Cafe, but they actually aren't open until 6. And it's 5:30 right now. So we're gonna be going through the Exorcist house next, which I think that's your most anticipated as far as scary wise. Is that fair?
I don't know why this is allowed to exist, to be honest.
Oh my, okay, that's really bad then. Okay, it's gonna be okay.
We'll report back to you.
Yes, we have an emotional support backpack, so that'll be helpful. Alexander?
Well, I was just going to say we're getting out of the way first, at least that way.
Right, yeah.
You can enjoy the rest of the night.
Exactly, yeah, you won't be anticipating it all night.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is based off of a film. Well, this is a new film. There was a previous film where a girl was possessed and she vomited everywhere. I'm assuming this is similar. Haven't seen the new film. Either way, I guess these 2 little girls, they get a doll. The doll is evil. The doll takes over their soul, and then the demons show up. The demons are in the house for some reason. But then we're also trying to exorcise the children's. Yeah, so that's what happened.
Not like that. So, right at the beginning, as you're walking through, it's very picturesque. It looks like a campsite, kind of. They're looking for a girl that's missing. And what was really interesting was they had a lot of the props that they had for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And if you recall, the last vlog that I did here at HHN, I was terrified of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like, I literally peed myself. Like, it was so bad. And so, right as we walk in, there's like a string of like butcher things, and it had a pig's head, and it was like exactly from Chainsaw Massacre. And I'm like, oh no, very scary. They had a demon that popped out of the front that was like really got me, just really got me good. And then also I was very scared of women in white dresses last year, and that carried over. So I'm gonna say 4 out of 5 scary tarots. Okay, Jonathan, thoughts?
I was also gonna say 4 out of 5. They weren't messing around with this one. I like that even though we haven't seen the new movie yet, it's evocative enough of the original. Also, I don't know how much you want to spoil, but at the beginning there's a smell of potpourri that's somewhat unsettling and somewhat calming, if that makes sense.
Oh, interesting. Oh, I guess I didn't notice that.
I was like, when it got too scary, I'm like, just turn to the potpourri.
Oh, okay, yeah. A little tip, a little aromatherapy going on. I love that. Alex, how many scary tarot?
Sorry, I got distracted by the Minion pumpkin thing.
Oh, yeah.
4. I actually was really underplaying that one in my head. It wasn't going to be my most anticipated house. And then went in and I was pleasantly surprised. It was very scary throughout. We got really good scares. I think it was actually really fun inside the scenery. So good surprise. So it makes me actually want to see the movie when it comes out at the end of October. So that'll be fun. Yeah. That'll be interesting.
house number 3 already in the books. We're headed into Soundstage 23, which happens to be one of the intellectual properties that they have this year. Stranger Things 4, specifically season 4. Gosh, I mean, does this house need any introduction? Welcome to Stranger Things season 4, basically. We're transported to Hawkins, Indiana with all the childrens from Stranger Things, and then we are battling against Vecna throughout this entire house. And he is this creepy skin creature that you're seeing here. And then they string him up on the wall later on. Spoiler alert, but here comes the photo. Boom. He's on a wall. Okay, spoiler alert, guys. Chrissy does not wake up. I don't know if you know this, but she doesn't wake up. Okay. That was more scary than I had anticipated. There was a point in the house where Vecna and who else was fighting?
11
was fighting, and they were like fighting in front of us, and we're like, excuse us, can we get through?
In the middle of the battle, and we're like, excuse us, are we interrupting something? Because we want to get through.
It was so funny. Actually, I surprisingly got scared quite a bit. I'm gonna give it 4.5 scary taros.
Yeah, I give it a 4.
Okay.
Because it was more scenic and there wasn't a lot of scares at the beginning.
Yeah.
But at the end, though, there was a lot more Demogorgons, and I wasn't expecting Demogorgons. And the last, I give it credit, the last scare at the end, I was gone. I screamed.
It was, oh man, and there was someone that ran out at us at the very end as well. Jonathan, how many?
I think I'd give it a 4. Yeah, really does a good job of evoking the series, and like Alex pointed out, not just season 4.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
The highlight for me was definitely Vecna, like really going out of his way to like touch me.
Yeah, oh scary.
Healing at the beginning because there's some fun little tidbits. It's before the house gets really scary.
Yeah, definitely. The scenery is really beautiful, especially if you've watched the show, so definitely check out the sights. HHN has officially started. If you can hear that music, it is loud, loud, loud. It's definitely like a party atmosphere here. We just finished at Minions Cafe. I loved it. It was so adorable inside. If you're a Minions fan, you're gonna love that restaurant. Just for the ambiance alone, they had like framed pet rocks and minions everywhere and everything. Everything was yellow and blue colored. And I had a delicious flatbread with meatballs. It was so good. I was so very surprised. It was like a homemade crust with mozzarella balls on top. It was delicious. And then I had like a Swiss roll. That was a banana and passion fruit cream Swiss roll. So yummy. I would highly suggest that place. Headed into Yeti Campground Kills for our 4th house tonight. Something about this house that a cast member told us was that this is a very picturesque house. So he told us to look around and take it all in because it's a fan favorite. So I'm excited to see what it's gonna be like. Also, there's apparently a small Yeti, which I'm excited to see too. You know, this one's pretty straightforward. There's Yetis, we're in a campground, and they be killing. That sums it up right there. We came out, we're like, that was intense. I was literally panting for a good minute and a half. I'm okay now. It was more scares than I had expected. The scenery was really beautiful though.
Beautiful.
They did a really good job. I don't like when they make you go through curtains and stuff. And there was a part where they made you go through like hanging sleeping bags.
It was
not cool.
I ran.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
So I like hang on to Alex's back because I am terrified. And so I just followed him. We tried to run through that part. It didn't really work because there were people in front of us. But, gosh, I got so scared so many times. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna give it a 4 scary taros. Just for, it was really good. It's a very well done house. Very picturesque. So that's, yeah, lots of scary. Alex?
4, yeah. 4, I would even go up to 4.5. It was a really good house.
It was
very
really good.
A lot of scares in there.
There is like, it was relentless. It was just one after another after another.
One after the other. And I got more scared as well by the people in the house, not just the Yetis, which normally like those like kind of scare actors are just like, oh, you're bystanders. this one, but I got scared by a lot of them.
Yeah, there were people popping out and going, Billy, where's Billy? Like their family member was missing.
We started screaming, where's Billy?
Where's Billy at?
I think Billy's dead.
And what would you say?
I'd also give it a 4.5 out of 5. Scare after scare after scare.
Yes.
And a really good Yeti in terms of makeup and growl. That growl was not messing around.
It was impressive. Yes. Our first scare zone of the night is going to be Dr. Oddfellow, who is the main icon this year. And we're going to head through because we're on our way to Blood Moon Offering, which is one of the other houses that's kind of in this area. She's a foggy one. Hello. Wow. Goodness. Oh goodness. I think she might be hangry. Yeah. Does anyone have a Snickers for her?
I don't know.
Whoa. House number 5, Blood Moon Offering. And then, no, 6. 5. House number 5, Blood Moon Offering. It's a cult-like story of some sort. That's about all we know about it. So let's see what happens. Maybe we'll be new recruits. So apparently, if you don't follow this cult, they're gonna murk you on a blood moon. Very pilgrim-esque. Everyone looked like pilgrims. There was lots of pumpkins. There was lots of, I would say, harvest fall festival style, but like not a fall festival that you'd like to go to, like one you definitely want to stay away from. Unless you're part of the cult, then you definitely should go there. Okay, Blood Moon Offering. Not my favorite. I got scared several times. I think it was due to all of the anticipation that was coming because there was a lot of faceless hooded figures and you didn't know if they were mannequins or if they were people. And so I just kept like feeling myself like getting in, you know, that anticipation of waiting to get scared. And there was this room that was a cathedral where they were sitting in pews, and I think only like 2 or 3 of them were humans. The rest were mannequins. Scenery was beautiful. I'm gonna give it a 2.5. It was not my favorite. It was not my favorite. Jonathan?
Also not my favorite. Maybe I'd give it a higher rating than you, Jessie. Maybe a 3. But I agree 100%. Like the anticipation of the it scared me more than it deserved to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I could see that, and it's because of that anticipation, right? Yeah.
It's very ominous.
It is. Yeah. Oh, and they did have like this robot voice. The robot voice at the beginning. Did you hear that? It's like, let them all die.
Yeah, that kept coming back, and that was a recurring voice, and that added to the tension.
Yeah, and that recurring voice was really creepy. I did not love it. Alex?
I'm gonna give it about like a 2 or 2.5.
Yeah.
I think it was a little bit more open concept and really beautiful to look at. But for me, if I'm looking more at the scenery than the scares, for me, it's not like a scary house, and you could see everything coming.
You really could. Like all the rooms were very open.
And long, so because of it, you could see like when the scare was gonna come, so it wasn't as scary.
And sometimes with these houses, it's all about timing too. Like you never really know what you're gonna get with it.
But I feel like when it's more that open, longer concept, you're never gonna get it on timing because you're gonna see it coming.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So it was okay. It was okay. Yeah.
Sometimes even when you see the scares coming, if the makeup is really effective, the sound is really effective, it still scares you.
Yeah.
But this one, not as much.
Yeah.
Like Yeti, I literally saw the Yeti coming at me, and
he's still scared.
Oh, look. We have an audience. The masses have collected as I saw it. Are there any air signs here? Make some noise. Oh, so sad. Any fire signs?
Oh, yes!
Oh, yes, very passionate. follow Oddfellow?
Woo!
No, I said, do you follow Oddfellow?
Ow!
Good. Your soul is all I ask in return. I shall lead you to a place of higher power. You too can be immortal like me.
Okay. Dr. Oddfellow just told us to go into the fog. Hello again. And we're supposed to be going now into another fog area. I'm not sure what that is, but he said that we would become immortal, so why not, right? Oh, there's someone on stilts. Okay. Oh, a chainsaw. Okay, great. Wonderful. Oh, goodbye, Dr. Oddfellow. Have a lovely break. Get some water.
That's lucky that we got him.
It is. Wow. Hello. Oh my gosh, your nails. You look beautiful. Wow. Hi. It's so nice to meet you. Oh, okay. Hi. Hello. I like your chainsaw. Oh, a bug. Oh. Excuse me. Hello. I like your outfit. Oh, a Scorpio. Where's my sign? Where's Sagittarius? This is Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio. You look beautiful. Wow, there's foggy over here. Goodness sakes. We're looking for Sagittarius. Hi. Oh, that way. That way? We're going this way. Thank you. Are you Sagittarius? Oh my gosh, hi! Can I get a picture? Oh my gosh. We're the same sign. Isn't this exciting? Oh! Jesus! Oh! Hi. Oh, hello again. It's good to see you. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh! Oh, she's making man soup. Is this a new soup you're offering? All right, nice. Good deal. We'll take it.
Virgo or Aries?
Oh, maybe it is. Oh, it's Aries. Yes. Sleigh. Hello. Oh my gosh, she's a Taurus.
There we are, Taurus. Wait, I need to get a photo with my Taurus.
Yay! These stilt walkers are like Olympic freaking fast walking up here.
Are they gonna do like a march?
What is happening? Oh God, I'm getting out of the way. Scare Zone was super cool. All of the outfits were amazing. And if you know your sign and you can ask the cast members, they'll point you in the direction of like your sign so you can get a photo. So I'll insert a very blurry photo of me and Sagittarius. Well, we are trying to find the Megan flash mob. It's supposed to come out every 45 minutes, but one of the cast members said it's been very non-predictable, so we don't exactly know. But they're supposed to, they usually have been coming out over here, but we're probably gonna head into another scare zone here fairly soon. And then we need to find a little freestyle Coke machine to get some more refreshments. Okay, headed into the next scare zone. So if you watched my previous vlog, this is known, oh, this is known for the adorable chipmunk. Okay, welcome to the scare zone. This is Dr. Oddfellow, the young version of him, right in front of us here. And then these are all of his like little bug creature things, I think. I'm not sure. Hello, bug creature. Oh, wow. You're pokey. Oh. Hello. Oh my goodness. Scoway. Oh wow, hi. Jesus. Man, I got. Universal Studios does a Universal Monsters house, and that's where we're headed right now. This is all based in the French catacombs. There's going to be Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. There's also going to be Hunchback of Notre Dame and Phantom of the Opera. So I'm a big theater geek, so I'm super into this. It looks pretty scary. Sometimes, like the last time we went, Universal Monsters was not my favorite house, so we'll see how this one fares. Finished up at Universal Monsters. I thought it was actually a really great house. I mean, it was very theatrical, and the Invisible Man like just stood next to us and then like pretended to choke Alex all of a sudden. It was really cute. And so there was a little bit of comedy and also a lot of good scares. And there was a whole theater scene with Phantom of the Opera, and as you were entering into the theater, you could start to smell like powder, like baby powder, rose, like those sorts of scents as you were walking in. It was really cool that they had like a scent portion of it as well. I'm gonna give it 4.5 out of 5 scary tarots. Jonathan?
I think I'm gonna give it a 4. It's definitely, I think, the house I had the most fun walking through and admiring the sets and the scenery.
Yeah.
And how there's so many different monsters. And oh wait. Probably the one I had the most fun walking through and spent the most time admiring. Not the scariest, but there's still enough scares for you to have a good time.
Yeah, I agree.
Direct contrast to the last one where you were just anxious the whole time, and then the scares they didn't live up to.
There was a scene where it was raining. Like as you were walking in, the rain was like falling. It was so cool. Alex?
Hi. Sorry. 4. I think it was really great, scenically beautiful.
Oh,
One
it
of
was
the
so beautiful.
house. I feel like there were some gaps in it, but once you did get the scares, they were so good. They were so good, and it was beautiful, and you saw like all the different monsters, all different setups. Yeah.
Next house up is The Last of Us, another one that's very highly anticipated. We were told that this one was based off of the video game and not necessarily the show. So we will report back. And by we, I mean Alex will report back because I've never seen the show or played the video game. Jessi has, my husband. Alex loves the show. He just told me.
Welcome to The Last of Us, which is based off of a video game, but it's also a TV show. We've learned this, but I think the basis of this all is just stay away from mushrooms or fungus because it makes you a zombie person that looks like a mushroom person.
Not my favorite. It did have bubbles, which I appreciated. Actually, technically it was Snope. So we were in like a bathroom and it was snoping, which was kind of fun. And then they had cobwebs, which is going to be a negative point for me. So I'm going to say 2 out of 5. Yeah, it's low. I feel like if you watched the show or like played the video game, I think that you would understand it more. It just like wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. Oh, I said it. Jonathan?
I'd give it a 3, maybe even a 3.5, because it did pick up on at the end.
It did, yeah.
There were more zombies, and again, I don't watch The Last of Us, never played The Last of Us, but I did think the sets conveyed a good atmosphere and made me kind of try watching the show.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Well, Jessi, you noticed the soap. I noticed, like, the nasty-ass toilets in there, like, smeared with blood and, like, I don't know what. Yeah.
Wow, okay, well, I didn't notice that. That's really gross.
There's 2 bathroom stalls, and, like, one had, like, a dead body, and the other stall had, like, blood-covered toilets. I was like, ew.
And here I am, like, bubbles! Oh my gosh, Alex, thoughts?
Hi. So it was very good. Oh, I know. I was doing that. So I have seen the show. I have not played the game. However, I actually give it 4 because I thought it actually had some genuine scares and some different tactics that we haven't seen in other houses, like hanging string and like bubbles to like distract you. they had a really cool effect too, which I have seen at other houses, where it's mirrors on other side and there's scare actors that are hiding right behind it.
Yeah.
So as soon as you go past it, that's when they scare you. You're thinking there's nothing there, but there actually is some.
Right.
There was like this big rhino clicker
That was scary.
at one part, and that got me really hardcore. So the clickers were definitely really scary. Scenery was beautiful. I think people who, to Jessi's point, I think that people who haven't seen the video game or haven't seen the show, they won't really get the story too much, but I do think that they really succeeded with like the ambiance that they were trying to go for.
It was really cool. There was a lot of story. There was a lot more story than I was expecting, rather than scares.
And I think that's why I'm appreciating more, because I'm seeing the story in action. And I still got really scared, which was nice. Which was really nice. Yeah. So there you go. Really so that's my story of the day. Okay, bye. I love you.
Would not be an HHN night without a twisted tater. Alex.
It's really good. It's been worth the wait.
Yay. Jonathan?
First tater ever, and better not be the last.
Oh, good. I love that.
I also concur. It's so good. It's crunchy, which I think that was what was surprising about it. Oh, it's so nice. I got seasoned salt. Classic. It's like a classic homemade potato chip is what it's like. Heading into the darkest deal, we had some twisted taters. They were so delicious. And then we actually went to Nightmare Fuel, the show, but unfortunately we couldn't record. But I have to say, it's a fabulous show. It's a really nice like mid-party break if you're looking for a break. Very entertaining, but you'll need to get there at least 30 minutes early. The Darkest Deal is about a musician who sells his soul to the devil to become famous. I actually think this one's gonna be pretty scary. That was gonna be a no for me. I'm gonna give it 0 tarot cards. I hated it. It was very scary. I knew it was gonna be scary, but they had a lot of demons in there and they were in odd places, but it was also kind of a cool story. So I appreciated that, but because it scared me so bad, zero taros.
I give it 4.5. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was so scary and so good. And it was my house that I was the least looking forward to, but it ended up being my favorite so far of the night. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize it was your least.
Very, very, very scary.
It really was very scary.
And my voice is going to be shot officially because of it. So.
Yeah, there was a lot of screaming going on. Jonathan, what are your thoughts?
I'd probably give it a 4. Really scary.
Oh my gosh, wow.
I love the whole American Gothic vibe. Probably the first house we've seen where the exterior already scares you because it's like a creepy house.
Yeah.
Like it's not just like you're entering a soundstage. And banjo music the entire time.
Yeah. It was very ominous.
Yeah. But they did the job. Like,
they did a good job. I just didn't like that job. So. We're on to Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Odyssey house. This house is another one of my most anticipated because it's carnival themed. And I don't know if you know me, but I love me some clowns. And this has a really cool facade as well. Let me show you the front of it. It's a little bit difficult to see, but hopefully as we get closer, we'll get better view. I know myself pretty well. 5 out of 5 scary taros. I loved that house. I love everything about clowns, carnivals, those sorts of things. They had really funny audio scares where it was like, ta-da, and a clown would pop out with a head like, look what I did. And I thought it was very, very entertaining. The set was stunning. They had a beautiful clown mask like right as you walk in that was massive. It was like 4 feet tall. And the only thing I didn't like about it was there was just a lot of curtains. And there's so many scares that you can get with curtains. And it was really funny. A clown popped right out in front of Alex and I like jerked him backwards. Like I almost like judo throwed him back to where Jonathan was. I felt so bad. So go with good friends who will take a beating for you.
She was making sure I was getting back to the devil or something, you know, going to a grave.
I was like, we must retreat.
I had people pulling me forward. I heard pulling me back. It was a whiplash of emotions for the house, but it was great. I wouldn't do it for anybody else.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my God.
So
yes.
What would you say about that house?
So what I would say about the house is I really enjoyed it. I would give it about 3.5.
too.
You know what it actually reminded me of that was kind of coming to my mind is the captive audience. The puppet theater show.
It was similar.
Because it was so scenic, like you're walking through like a circus, a carnival. It was so gorgeous to look at.
It really was,
Some really good scares. Not the best scares of the night. No. However, it was still a really good house, and there was definitely a few of them that got us.
Jonathan, what did you think?
Oh, hi. I'd give it a 4. Yeah, but for a different reason, different kind of scare than the other houses I gave 4 to. Like you guys are saying, it's easier to be scared but also laugh at the same time.
Yeah. So it makes it kind of fun.
Yeah.
Or scary in a different way, which is always kind of fun.
Depends how you feel about clowns. I mean,
I guess so.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that, but that's a good point. Yeah. If you're scared of clowns, that's not your house. Headed into one of our last scare zones. This is the one before the final. It's a wharf of some sort. Shipyard 32. That's what it's called. Woo, we got there eventually. This is supposed to be like, shipyard stuff. Octopi, maybe, boats, fishermen, random dudes selling shrimp out of their van, or maybe killing. We'll find out. Oh, wow, hi.
Oh, hi.
You look really cute. Thank you.
Oh,
hi, nice to see you. Okay, love you. Bye. Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's a demon. There's a demon. Hello. Oh, geez, Louise. Careful. Hi. Hello. Oh, there's the devil. Doing some bidding. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Oh, my goodness. Oh my gosh, it's a bad person. Hi. Oh, hi. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love it. Yes, queen. Get it, girl. Oh, hello. So that scare zone had the most beautiful Batwoman ever. She was there 2 years ago, and oh my god, I'm obsessed with her. It wasn't as fisherman-y as I thought it was going to be. Not that that's a word, but I thought it would be a little bit more nautical. Anyway, we're headed off to Chucky now for our final house of the night.
Chucky is a doll, but he's also a murderer. And this is his house. He likes to murder lots of people, and these are his best murders, apparently.
Chucky house is finished. I'm gonna give it like a 3 out of 5 taros. He's very cute. But I was surprised at how scared I got. I got scared a couple of good times. It was really nice and colorful. I liked it. What did you think, Jonathan?
I'd also give it like a 3.5. It's probably the one I was most excited about because I love Chucky. I wish there was a little bit more comedy involved.
Yeah, it felt like more scary than comedy, which I was surprised by.
Yeah, like you only basically have one Chucky one-liner at the beginning and the rest. Maybe there's more and you just don't hear. But other than that, it's a pretty standard scare with some Chuckies interspersed.
Yeah, it was good. I would give it about a 3. And it was like the best of. Like it was kind of it was like the best of like his kills. I loved Tiffany in the bathtub because Bride of Chucky is like my favorite, so that was a lot of fun. So a lot of good nods. Scares, not so much, but again, I was going in thinking it was a comedy house anyways, so I was just kind of looking at like the deaths and whatnot, and there was like a few good ones, but it wasn't up there in like my radar mirror of scares, but I wasn't going in there for scares either.
Yeah. It was more for the Chucky lore. Yeah. Okay, and we're headed to our next scare zone, Vamp 69, and then we'll be heading out for the night. The boys are gonna do dueling dragons, maybe a ride. I'm probably gonna stay back. I'm kind of tired of getting scared. But they will have a fun time and I will relax on a bench somewhere. Ah! Oh, cute. I don't know, nothing?
This part of the festival's closed. No.
Oh, okay. We're leaving. 2:32 a.m. Whew. That was quite the fun event. As far as scare zones go, they were a little lackluster in comparison to the last time that we went, because The last time that we went, everyone had a different theme, and they weren't so similar. Like, there were so many similarities because all of the scare zones had to do with Dr. Oddfellow. But I will say, the Dr. Oddfellow portion where he's like talking to the crowd and brings people up is very, very, very cool. So I did really enjoy his interaction, and he was very ominous and scary. He did a really good job. And also, I thought the houses were really well done this year. I was not surprised. Dr. Oddfellow is my favorite one. The Twisted Oddities with the carnival theme. And then, of course, my second place has to go to Universal Monsters. That was such a cool house. So if you've been to HHN, I'd love to know what you thought of your experience there. And if specifically you've been this year, I'm curious to know how you rank the houses. And guys, I am so exhausted. So we are gonna go to bed. I'm gonna take my makeup off and crash because we have Epcot in the morning. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Did you have fun? Bye. Good night.